Hello everybody, how's everybody doing? So while I wait for this potential buyer to come for this wholesale deal that I have under contract, I thought why not make a quick video. I wanted to explain to you guys the power of follow-up in real estate or any other sales business. Business is all sales, but the power of follow-up in any business, there's a saying that goes, the treasure is always in the follow-up, and that is so true. I think 90 or 99, 95% of my deals, they never happen the first time, I contact anybody. I can't even remember of one that's happened that way, but most of my deals I've had to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one maybe 25 times I had to follow up with the seller to get this deal under contract. So basically, this is a slam dunk of a deal. I invest and flip and have a portfolio in Buffalo, New York, in Western New York, Buffalo Bills, for those who know. This property is in a suburb of Buffalo, New York, in North Tonawanda, for the ones who are from the area. So this seller, I got a hold of him from another person from out of state who found this seller who's looking to sell a property, not this one, but another one that I wanted to buy, that I was interested in buying as a rental. So, I got in touch with him, saw that property, but I didn't like it much. So I said, I'm not really that interested. The numbers are not working unless, I get like a really steep discount, which he wasn't really up for because he had mortgages. He had a mortgage on that property. But I always ask if he has anything else he wants to sell, or if he knows somebody else that wants to sell. There's always a deal behind a deal. You'll be surprised just by asking that question how many doors that opens. He said, yeah, absolutely. I have more properties I'm looking to sell. I said, sure, I'd like to see them. And, I saw these properties, and turns out he really opens up to me, and he says, he's under foreclosure, like he's about to lose the properties, and he's really been an absent owner. Like, he doesn't really care about the properties anymore. The tenants are so nice. They've been updating the property, and they've been fixing the stuff for the last 10 years, but they still pay their rent on time, and he's somehow still behind on his mortgage, but I don't know how, because his rents are, for this property in particular, it's $1,100 for the last 10 years, and his mortgage is only $500. So I'm sure he's having some personal issues, but it is what it is. I don't ask those questions anymore because I've realized that a lot of people, they're not really good with managing their money, and they have other problem situations in their life, and I'm just here to help. So I offered this guy some money. I'm getting a call. Sorry about that. I'm back. So I'm forgetting this was a 10-minute conversation, what I was talking about. But anyways, picked up this property. I'm not going to talk about the numbers yet because it hasn't sold. But I picked it up. It's a good enough price point where if I buy it myself, close on it, fix it up and sell it, I'll make double the chunk than I would have, maybe even triple of the money that I would wholesaling it. But at this point, I have about a dozen duplexes, so like I'm at about 24 units, and they're all duplexes spread across the city. So my goal is now to, refinance all of those, take all my equity out, and buy a building, like a 20, 30 unit apartment building, and have all my units under one roof, all consolidated, right? Because now I see the difference of having your assets spread across the city or having them all in one place. It would help with my time. My time is really precious to me at this point because I have so many things to do. So that's what it is. So I was talking about follow-up. I follow up with the seller maybe 25 times. He's really hard to get a hold of on the phone. I pissed him off by giving him a really low ball offer. He said that he would let it go to auction before selling it to me. Anyways, kept following up. He would sometimes occasionally send me a text back saying that I'm too low. He was nice about it, but he said I'm too low, and then he said he counter offered eventually. I said no, that's too high. Then I sent him a letter. He said, I got your letter, but still too low. Then I left it for about a month, and then what I did was I bought a 12 pack of beers. I know that because I met with him once, and he likes beer. So I went to his, I skip traced his address, and bought a 12 pack of beer, slipped a note in the 12 pack of beer saying, this is my offer, this is my final offer, I hope you accept it, and if you like the beer or like me or anything, just give me a call so we can talk about it and we can meet in middle grounds. He said, sure. Then we ended up talking on the phone again, and he accepted my lowball offer because he was going to lose it anyways. And here I am showing the house. I have 2 buyers that are already interested. I showed it to a 3rd buyer right before this video, and I'm showing it to a 4th buyer right after this video in about 10 minutes. So, I'll probably make a decent chunk. It's going to be great. But the point of this video is the power of follow-up. If you're in real estate, I don't know about anything else, but if you're in real estate, you have to follow up. Don't give up until at least 10 follow-ups. That's the least. I never stop following up. Every time I have a lead, I put it on my whiteboard, and I keep following up. Even if 2 years later I'm still following up until it's either sold or actually I'm not even gonna stop until it's sold. I'm just gonna keep following up, and eventually I'm gonna be the most serious guy that they know of, and they're gonna come to talk to me. And it's happened so many times that it's like magic. So if you guys are in real estate and looking to do some creative stuff, give me a shout. Wherever you are in the United States. I'm in the Buffalo, New York area. If you're in the Buffalo, New York area, give me a shout then too. I'd love to meet with you and talk business. A lot of my stuff, I used to buy cash and do flips a lot, 2-3 years ago, but now I've learned the power of creative financing. So if you guys have any deals that don't have enough equity to wholesale or to flip, there's still deals there, because if you know how to do creative financing, like subject to seller financing, like land contract, or even wraparound mortgages, you'll be surprised of how much money you can make with zero money down. I've done that so many times. So yeah, Vic Go Truck checking out. Talk to you guys next video.